Hey, good morning, everybody. It's this morning is all about the sermon series that I'm in, Divine Order, Part Two. Part Two. I'm just giving you a trailer today. Trust when I tell you, you cannot miss this Sunday. Part Two. Jeremiah and me. Quit your crying. Quit your crying. Cut it out. Stop your crying already. Jeremiah and me. This is part two of Divine Order. And I just want to give you a trailer today. Just a trailer today because Sunday, the word is going to hit. Trust when I tell you it's going to land wherever you are, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through. Going through. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. Got a word for you on this morning. Going to greet a couple of people. Going to get right into the word, move into the day. So let me just greet a couple of folk on this morning. Good morning, Diane. How are you? Lena, how are you? Brenda, how are you? Pamela, how are you? Ori, how are you? Ella, how are you? How are you all doing on this morning? Angela, how are you, home girl? How all is well with you? I hope it is. Verena, how are you all doing on this morning? Got a word for you on this morning. My frat brother, good morning, Brandon. How are you? The pole mark there on the East Coast. Where's that? The DC area that you're in now. Thanks for catching us and sharing. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I got to get into this word this morning. Got a heavy load this morning. Pray for me. Got a eulogy for one of our charter members who passed away suddenly 3 weeks ago, and we have his home going on this morning. But I have a word for you as well. Got a word for you on this morning as well, for sure. Now, lift up the Glover family. Lift up the Glover family. But here's the word that I want to share with you. Before I do that, let me greet a couple more people, and we're going to get into the word. Good morning, Brother Nesbitt. How are you? Peggy, how are you guys on this morning? Erica, how are you on this morning? Let's get into the word. Here is the word for this morning. It's a trailer for this Sunday's message. I preach the foundation as I usually do on the first Sunday of the month. Divine order, finish, start, the finish start line. And so this coming Sunday is Jeremiah and me. You cannot miss this. Jeremiah and me. Quit your crying. Quit your crying. Now, that's a harsh thing for a pastor to say to someone, a bishop to say to someone, but I think you need to get this, and let me give you the trailer. Let me give you the trailer. Jeremiah 29:11, the text to talk, the takeaway. Here we go. Jeremiah 29:11 says, you already know it. It's familiar. I need you to hear it again for the first time through different lens. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not harm you, plans to give you hope in a future, one translation said, and to bring you to an expected end. This verse and so many other verses are used, such as Romans 8:28, Matthew 6:32. If you don't know them, Romans 8:28, all things will work together for the good for them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Matthew 6:32 or so. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all these other things, and his righteousness and all these other things will be added unto thee. I'm the head and not the tail. It says that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. These are all scriptures, and rightfully so, that we use, but more often than not, we use them as panaceas. Panaceas that is going to overlay the pain that I'm going through. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but when I hear that and I'm going through some stuff, I'm not really wanting to hear all of that right now. I want you to deal with where I am. And one of those scriptures that I want to break down is Jeremiah 29:11. We don't know the context of it, so we quote it. And not knowing the context, then we cannot know the application that it really has for us. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you. Plans. How many times somebody told you that? But here is the context of the text that Jeremiah is dealing with. Three things I want you to grab. Jeremiah is feeling pretty sad, pitiful, if you will. Because in Jeremiah 9:1, we find that he is full of tears. That's why we call him the weeping prophet. We call him the weeping prophet because here it is, the second thing, the pain that he has to do. He's dealing with church hurt. I know you look at this through the prophetic lens, but I want you to look at through just the personal lens for a moment. He's looking at this through the fact that I have preached in Jeremiah 23:16. I have preached. They rejected what I have said. They have rejected and that is painful. There's some church hurt here to the national level, if you will. So he's feeling pitiful. He's full of pain. And as a result of all of this, they throw him in the prison, a cistern, a cistern. Jeremiah 28:6. What did they throw him in? They throw him in a place where they would dig down in the ground and put like a well and put water to hold it during the dry seasons. But there are times when they were dry, the cisterns were dry, and they used them as prison. So there they put Jeremiah. So he's feeling pitiful. He's full of pain because of the rejection that his own people have of him. And he is now finds himself in a prison or in a pit, in a cistern. That's the context. And then he has the nerve to say, through the pen and prophecy of God, for I know the plans I have for you. In the midst of all of that, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future to bring you to an expected end. How is that? Here's your takeaway. Your takeaway is this: the plans of God cannot replace the pain that the plans bring, because the plans bring the power to get through. Let me say that again. The plans of God will never replace the pain that the plans of God on your life will bring. God has a plan for you, but there's going to be some pain. What the plans bring is the power to get through it. Then you can quote it. For I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you, not harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future. Because you're going to bring me to an expected end. They bring the power of purpose and divine order to make it through. Walk with that today. Check it out. The full sermon this Sunday, 10 o'clock. Got a word for you. Can't miss Communion Sunday on the second Sunday because we were out last Sunday. Don't you dare miss what God is going to plant into your life. Impartation on Sunday. God bless you. Shadow Man, if it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.